Hey everybody, welcome back to ThaxCast. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Doctor Who and their new casting of Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. Now, some people are trying to stir controversy and say that there's a lot of backlash about the casting, and really there's not. There's a few guys, but overall the response has been pretty overwhelmingly positive. Now, the problem that I have is the fact that some people seem to be complaining about the lack of female leads or strong females in sci-fi, and I really don't understand this argument. Now, sci-fi is almost built on strong females, even if they're only supporting characters going back to like the original Star Trek series, Lieutenant Uhura. I mean, she was a black woman that was often in the background, but she was a very strong character and someone that black women and women in general could look up to. Look at Xena Warrior Princess. That's a little bit more fantasy than sci-fi, but most of the women in Firefly. And really, when you look at most of the modern Star Trek series, basically anything after Next Generation, it's built around a lot of strong females. Now, you can argue who's the lead, whether it's the captain of that particular series or not, but even if you do, there was Captain Janeway, who made a very clear goal of being very strong and independent. And at the end of the series, she became an admiral. So when you really look at it, sci-fi is filled with strong female characters, oftentimes leads or at least co-leads. Now today I wanted to talk specifically a little bit more about Doctor Who and Jodie Whittaker. I'm a little bit disappointed in the fandom demanding a female doctor. If you really are a fan of the show, why not trust the showmakers to do what they know is going to be good, and that's going to be cast the right doctor, whether it's a female or a male. There's a lot of people throwing fits and threatening the show that they would never watch again if this wasn't a female doctor, and that's not the right way to approach it. The show had already established that Time Lords could change gender, so it's not like we thought that it couldn't happen. We knew it could happen, and we've seen it at least twice before. But the question is, will Jodie Whittaker be good as a doctor? To be honest, I don't know. The only thing I've seen her in is an episode of Black Mirror. She did fine in that. I liked her just fine. But to be fair, I didn't know any of the doctors previous before they became doctors. So who am I to judge if she's going to be a good doctor or not? I hope she is. And by the way she carries herself, her attitude, her look, I would say that she has all the makings of being a great doctor. But the other thing that concerns me is that because the fandom was so adamant about it being a female doctor, the implication, and not only implication, but sometimes the outright statement was that there was a lack of female leads in the show. But let's take a look back at season 1 of the modern era of Doctor Who, with the Doctor and Rose Tyler. Now, I don't know about you, but Rose Tyler is what kept me watching the show. She was the main point of interest. So while the Doctor is who the show is named after, ultimately I think Rose is what kept a lot of people's attention on the show. Now, I'm going to stick to modern Doctor Who because I'm not well versed in the old Doctor Who. For that, I would need to bring in my dad. But when you look at the modern companions, they've all had very strong attributes about them. But it's not just the companions that are strong. Sometimes it's the villains, or sometimes it's the secondary characters they bring in. One of the most notable being Madame Vastra, who stuck around for quite a while. Now I could go on and on with examples of strong women in sci-fi, but I really don't have to. Pick up just about any sci-fi show or movie and there's going to be a strong female character, usually in some sort of lead position, if not the lead. But in the interest of keeping the video short, let me leave it at this. I always hope the Doctor is cast as the best person for the job, and I really hope that Jodie Whittaker is a great doctor. So I'll be looking forward to what she brings to the Doctor, and who her companions are going to be, and what kind of stories they're going to go into. That's it for today. I wanted to keep it relatively short. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Give me your comments. I'm interested to see what you think about the subject. You can always subscribe to my channel. You can follow me at Twitter at ThaxCast. I try to put out new videos every Monday or Tuesday. Thanks so much for dropping by. Be good to each other, and have a good one.